Hello everyone and welcome to my first VPL video on this channel. My name is Gw3 for those of you who don't know me. I'm from Romania. English is not my native language, so if I make mistakes, I want to apologize. Also, I don't like to edit the video. I want to let it as it is. I want to be natural with you. And from the beginning, I want to tell you that I'm not an expert on this game, but I like to watch football. I watch every Premier League game. Is the only league that I watch every game. I mean, when I say every game, I don't say I watch two games at the same time, because sometimes the matches are in the same time, but I look at the main match and the extended highlights for the rest of them that are in the same time with the match I was watching. So I want to start the video by showing you my results in the first 2 weeks. I managed to hit back-to-back over 80 points. I think I was lucky because I had in the second round I had Pickford in goal, which could have been not on clean sheet. He saved the penalty, so luck was a big part of the result in the second week. I think first week was more relevant, but this is my team right now, and this was my team in the game week 1. In the game week 1, I think I made the first mistake I did, I think, was getting Frimpong. And now, of course, it's easy to say it after you saw it because he got an injury, but I don't like how Liverpool defend, and also Liverpool in a 4 defenders line with Frimpong and Kerkez. They are both offensively, so I don't think Liverpool will get too many clean sheets this year. Maybe if they sign a new defender, we can talk, but right now in this setup, I think Liverpool will just outscore his opponents. I don't see too many clean sheets. Now, I've got Haaland captain first week, and the second week I've got captained Ekitike. I was between Ekitike, João Pedro, and Gabriel. So for those of you who captained Timber, there are some people. I understand the logic, because Arsenal had great defense against United, and if they're facing Leeds, they so weak in attack against United, so picking a defender from Arsenal was not so crazy. I mean, there are some people that triple captained Timber, but I think this is a little bit too much. Now I have some blank on my team. I have Wirtz and Rogers, who blanked twice. Last game, Rangers and Haaland blanked twice, but I was playing both of them and Van de Ven, so it was hard for me to get double blanks on this match. So I took the break even on this match. And I want to tell you that in the third round, I'm thinking not changing my team, just because we have this international break and we also have transfers. I know many of you have problems in the team. I have problems also, because Frimpong is injured, and my team also has blank spots like Wirtz and Rogers. I know you maybe have Saka, you may have Palmer and Nuri, like very unlucky things, but I would still wait unless you are kind of forced to do changes. If it was a normal week, I was considering even 3 subs in my 3 transfers in my team, but from 3 transfers I may go to 0, just because I want to see what's happening in the transfers. Because one of my plans, let's say, is to bring Gay, and if or Munoz or Lacroix, and if Crystal Palace lose one of his defenders in the transfers, it will not be the same. It will not be the same team. I don't know, maybe you want to bring Ekitike in because you saw he managed to score points in both of the rounds. But if Isak comes to Liverpool, which I think it's unlikely, but if he comes, then it's not a great option. So I would avoid making transfers. If you are forced to do transfers due to injuries, you can do them. But I think the best option for this week is to do 0 transfers, and I'm totally against wildcard. I see a lot of people are doing wildcard this week. Even if your situation is horrific, just do 1, 2, 3 transfers, but don't press wildcard before the international break. A lot of injuries can come, and also we have the transfers. So enough yapping. Let's think the team for the week 3. But in order to think the team, we need to analyze the matches first. And we will go to fixtures. Obviously, as I said, this will be my team again, I think in week 3. I know my team is weak for game week 3, but I don't like to make changes before transfer window close or international break occurs, so I may wait. If I do a change, probably it will be Tottenham winger or someone from Tottenham in exchange for I don't know, maybe Florian Wirtz. I don't know. I will think. Now, fixtures. We have game week 3, Chelsea versus Fulham. I'll be here the guy that I will tell you that the bad news, because everyone is so optimistic and what can go wrong, and plenty of things can go wrong. So don't be blind. Like, don't say, oh, my team looks perfect, if I do these transfers I will smash it. Football is not only what you think is going to happen, because we have a lot of surprises. You saw yesterday Manchester United lost against a 4th league team, so everything bad can happen. Chelsea Fulham, obviously Chelsea is the big favorite here. And for most of the people, I don't think something can go wrong here. But a lot of people are over enthusiastic over the last win Chelsea did. But I think it was West Ham mistakes, and also remember we had 3 set pieces, we had 3 corners goals. And Fulham didn't look so bad against United. I don't think it will be a crazy outcome, but obviously Chelsea is the main favorite. They can get a clean sheet. I don't like a lot Chelsea for clean sheets, but they can get a clean sheet against this match. My prediction for this match, maybe Chelsea win, 2-goal difference, maybe 2-0, maybe 2-1, 3-1. I don't think it will be the same crazy game they had with West Ham. Now, Manchester United Burnley, this is a match which everyone considering to put captain from Manchester United. I don't say it's a mistake, but Manchester United didn't look like a team in attack. They have chances, but it feels like the finishing is missing from here. And I see people that want to captain Bruno Fernandes. I mean, I can't tell you that I would sell Bruno Fernandes. Obviously, I would not sell any player from Manchester United against Burnley. But I would also not captain them unless I'm forced to do it. I mean, obviously, I would rather captain someone from Manchester United than someone from Liverpool, which are playing against Arsenal. But Manchester United can make surprises. We saw last day. The best players, obviously, for Manchester United are Dorgu, because he's cheap. Bruno Fernandes, if you have him, keep him. I would not buy him. And also Mbeumo and Cunha. Now, between Mbeumo and Cunha, I would go with Mbeumo just because Burnley looked more weak on the right side than on the left side. Obviously, Cunha is the better player, but for this specific match, I think Mbeumo has a bigger chance to score, and also Mbeumo is the guy that will try more than Cunha. Cunha is the guy that wants to do things more perfectly. He doesn't try to shot and hope. And against the 5 defenders like Burnley, usually the players who try the most get the most return. You saw Richarlison. Like you need players that have more courage, and I think Mbeumo will try more than Cunha. And also Burnley is weaker on Mbeumo side than on Cunha side. So I like Manchester United for this match, but I don't like captaining players from Manchester United. Spurs against Bournemouth. I think Spurs is the main favorite here, but Bournemouth show a lot of things in the first 2 matches, and I think it will not be easy for Spurs to get a clean sheet here. I think both teams have a big chance to score, so I like here a lot Spurs wingers. With Richarlison it's tricky because at some point you may get Solanke in. Obviously he will be in the main team this match. I mean, it's not a mistake, but you know Richarlison, you know his temperament. You can have a bad match, get a red card. I don't know. I like more Kudus, I like more Johnson, and I like more Sad. Now, obviously Kudus is a better player than Johnson, but he's playing more on the wing, so I don't see him getting so involved in goals. And Johnson, even if he's weaker than Kudus, he's more inside. And this is why I think both are okay. Also Sarr, if you need a cheap option, I think it's a great player. You can go for him. So I like midfielders. I like wingers from Spurs. I mean, it's not a bad option if you have Pedro Porro. I also have Van de Ven in the team, but I think the wingers and the midfielders will perform better. Also here, for those of you who have Semenyo, congratulations. I had to pick between him and Rodgers, and I went with Rodgers, which was a mistake because Aston Villa changed a lot in the team. But it is what it is. I think he'll have a great match against Spurs, but don't expect crazy things because Spurs managed to clean sheet against Manchester City, and also they managed to do a great match against Paris Saint-Germain also. So it will not be the greatest match for the Bournemouth attack. Sunderland Brentford. This is a very hard match to call. I like the way Sunderland start the championship. I mean the Premier League, the league. Very, very hard match to call. Brentford started decent as well. I don't know. Looking at what Brentford did last match, I think this can go Brentford. Maybe I think this is an even match. I think both teams will score, but it will not be a high scoring game. Wolves against Everton. Wolves has a horrific start, in my opinion. But Everton also lack a little bit in defense. I had to choose between Pickford and Vicario, but I think Everton is the team that has a better chance to the clean sheet. Obviously, I think Everton will win. If you have attackers from Everton, this is great. I like Grealish, but I would not buy players from Everton. Now, Leeds Newcastle. I I mean, this is again a kind of match where everyone is so bullish on Newcastle because they played well against Liverpool, but they are missing a lot of players. The fatigue is there. Also, kind of the disappointing is there. They don't have a proper number 9 right now. I mean, the Newcastle, everything is a mess. I like the Newcastle defenders. Even if Shar doesn't play, I think they can keep a clean sheet against Leeds, but it's not the match that I feel like it's a guarantee. They can get 1 goal from Leeds, so they can mess up with the clean sheet. In attack, they don't have a number 9, so this can be an upset this week. But again, Newcastle is the favorite. Brighton against City. Brighton started the season badly, and Manchester City had a great first match against Wolves, but I think a horrific match against Spurs. But it all depends here on how Guardiola will set up the team. Because if Guardiola will start again with Cherki, it will be a very tough match for City. I don't say Cherki is a bad player, but I don't see Cherki as a starter in Premier League where the game is so fast. So those fancy things, I don't see them so great at the start of the match. I think it's a great super sub. If he enters the match after minute 60, it will be perfect. Now, between Marmoush and Doku, Marmoush is a better finisher. Doku is better with dribbling. I don't know. It's not a big of a difference in this match, in my opinion. But if Foden starts, if he's 100% fit, I think Manchester City will win this match with not so many problems. Manchester City defense is lacking a lot. They don't have Ednui right now, but Ake is a great defender there, so they should improve the defense part of, obviously, the attack part. I think Ednui is better. We will see. Probably if Bernardo starts, we saw that in the first match Bernardo started over Cherki. I can't say it's a big improvement of Bernardo because over Cherki, but I still think it's a better starter than Cherki. So it all depends on the lineup here. But I think if Foden is 100% fit and start the match, City will have an easy match against Brighton. Nottingham Forest, West Ham, and I think this is the only match where I am really bullish because West Ham looked horrific and Nottingham Forest looked good. And I don't have Wood, which I kind of regret even if he matched 2 points last match. But I think it's a great option even for captain in this week. West Ham, a lot of mistakes on corners and a lot of mistakes on defense. If you need midfielders also, I think the right winger from Nottingham Forest, I think Ndaye, it's a great option because West Ham leaked more on the right side and I mean on the right side of the attack of Chelsea, and also they have Burnley in the future, which again leaked more on that side than on the left side. But the main option from Nottingham Forest is clearly Wood. Regarding the clean sheet, I don't know what to say because West Ham is kind of an offensive team. They managed to score against Chelsea. They had some chances. It was that offside also. So I'm not so sure if they will clean sheet. I think West Ham can score a goal. But I'm very bullish on this game. I think Chris Wood can get 2 goals. I think it's a great option for captain this week. Now we move to the main match, Liverpool against Arsenal. Now I'm an Arsenal fan. I would like Arsenal to win, but realistically talk, I think Liverpool has clearly the main chance here. I think both teams will score. It's unfortunately because I have Gabriel in my team, so this is why I'm kind of looking to change Frimpong with a defender just to change Gabriel, but I'll think about it. But these are my changes this week. Basically, even if I can switch Frimpong to a defender and replace Gabriel in the team, or I can bring a winger from Spurs and get out of Wirtz or Rogers. The problem I'll talk about the team, but the problem of changing Wirtz and Rogers is the fixtures, because both of them will have good fixtures in the upcoming matches. So for Salah owners, I think this is a great match, but overall on this league, I think Salah will not be the same guy like it was in the last league, because now Liverpool has a team that like to drift left a lot. Ekitike likes more drifting left. Wirtz is drifting left more than right. So I think the combination of Ekitike and Gakpo is better than Salah. But if you have Salah, I would obviously keep him. Even with Arsenal, I think Liverpool will shift more on the right where Salah plays. I'm not considering him captain against Arsenal. I know the default captain, but I don't see how he can score a lot of goals. Maybe I think he can assist, but again, it's a match against Arsenal. I think Arsenal is overlooked on the defense this season. They looked not that great against Manchester United. Obviously, Liverpool is a much better team than United in attack. So I would avoid bringing Arsenal defenders. I know I have an Arsenal defender, but I would avoid bringing Arsenal defenders because the schedule is very hard for Arsenal, and this match also is hard. I would say Liverpool can win, or they can draw with a lot of goals, because Liverpool also leaking in defense a lot. Aston Villa Crystal Palace, this is the best game for clean sheet from both sides in this week. Both teams are looking great defense, and they are looking, let's say, mid in attack, especially Aston Villa. But obviously, if you have Watkins, I will not sell him. The fixtures are too good. If you have Rogers, I understand the pain, because Rogers is not even on penalties. He cost a lot for a midfielder, in my opinion. He's not even playing in his main role. But I would still not considering changing them because of the fixtures. Obviously, Crystal Palace, most of you, I think you have defenders, Munoz, Lacroix, both of them great for this match. So I think here if we can see a 0-0. These are my predictions for game week 3. Now, in the next episode, based on what we predict here, we will talk about transfers. If you like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I want to apologize if I made English mistakes, but it's not my native language. And until next time, I wish you a great day.